Such a glorious day this morning. It's all rainy and all gloomy and dark. It's a good day to do nothing. It's a good day just to sit back and just stroke your beef to a bunch of hardcore pornography. Maybe smoke a blunt. And right after I go to bed, I mean, you got no bitches, so what's the point of even getting up anymore? Wake up in the morning, smoke a blunt, and go right back to bed. And that big giant 80-inch TV you just bought is blasting hardcore porn. You just wanted to be more real. I wanted to be real. So you do weird things like you scratch your anal hole and then take a whiff and close your eyes and imagine that's the scent of a woman. You've done things like that. Don't lie to yourself. We've all done it sometimes. We've all done it. It's just the reality. And then, a lot of times women are confused. Women don't know what's going on. Where are the guys? Where are all the men? They go out on the weekends. They're looking amazing. They want to get drilled. They want to get piped down. There's no guys around. Guys aren't going out anymore. All the men have anxiety and they all have depression. Plus, they're poor. They're fat, ugly, and poor. The triangle of death. Where are you going as a man while being fat, ugly, and poor? Where? Well, the answer is nowhere. You're going to stay home, scratching your anal cavity, taking a whiff, closing your eyes, and imagining that's your mom. Why your mom? Well, you've gone through all the fetishes already, so now you've reached the level of mom. And all of this happens is because you have a lot of anxiety and depression. Again, I never understand why people even have anxiety. I never have any anxiety. It's very easy. It's very simple never to have any anxiety. Just don't be a fat ass. There it is. It's that simple. The cure for anxiety is once you feel comfortable with absolutely no clothes on, there's no more anxiety. And if for some reason you feel comfortable with no clothes on and you still have some lingering anxiety, that's very easy to fix as well. The only reason why other people have anxiety is because they think, what do other people think about me? Well, they're not thinking about you. And if they do, it's going to be a minute or two and that's it. You have to keep in mind, most people are fat, ugly, and disgusting as well. And if you're fat, ugly, and disgusting, and on top of that also poor and drowning in bills, that's going to come with a lot of anxiety. So what does that mean? Well, they're too busy drowning in their own anxiety to think about anybody else. So what does that have to do with the women complaining that men aren't going out anymore? You're not fat and disgusting anymore. You have no more anxiety. So you start going out and validating these women on the weekends on the bars. They get all dressed up. They put on the best fits. They look amazing. They want to get validated on the weekends. Should you go out there and validate them at the bar? The answer is no. The answer is if you have a job, we never work in the morning. We only work the afternoon shift. If you have a job now and it's in the morning, quit that job and find an afternoon job. The mornings is where men go out there to hunt. You go to the gym early. You go back home, maybe smoke a blunt, take a shower. Get dressed, shower yourself with some Prodalome or some other cologne that smells amazing and fresh. And you go where the desperate women are. Who are the desperate women anyways? Well, go to a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx at 10 o'clock in the morning. Look around and tell me what you see. Go today. Call out of work and skip school and go to TJ Maxx at 10 o'clock in the morning. These women just want to get piped down and drilled. They want to live a fantasy. Their fat husband is at work. He has erectile dysfunction. The diabetes got to his wiener. Doesn't even get hard anymore. It's a big noodle. Used to be fat and long. Now it's just a shriveled up wiener with no sorts of energy in it. It's gone. It's never coming back. Diabetes. Once you get diabetes, dick, it's over. It's never coming back. Of course, the fat ass, he's so depressed. He went to Domino's yesterday and he ate a bunch of cheesy breadsticks. According to him, it was on sale. That's why he got them. And her kids are at school. One of them has autism and the other one is a homosexual. Already in the 5th grade. Unbelievable stuff we're talking about here, folks. And she's just exhausted already. So what does she do? She goes to the TJ Maxx at 10 o'clock in the morning. She got her fat husband's credit card on deck. She knows it's about to be maxed out. She doesn't care. Remember, these are desperate women at Old Navy at 10 o'clock in the morning. TJ Maxx Marshalls. Didn't give a fuck about anything. Go to Old Navy at 11 o'clock in the morning and see what happens. Go to the changing room. Women are in there crying and farting in the changing room. It's unbelievable stuff. But then out of nowhere, you come around and your arms are all veiny. There's a lot of veins all over the place. And you're freshly showered. You got a tight t-shirt that accentuates your muscles, your protruding muscles. You smoked a blunt and drank an apple juice. And then right before going to Old Navy inside the car, you douse yourself with a cologne that makes her pussy tingle. It's fall, so maybe something like Spice Bomb Extreme or some shit. And there you are. You walk in, remember, these women are desperate. That's why they're in Old Navy at 10 o'clock in the morning spending money they don't need to be spending on nonsense. So, of course, you approach because you have zero anxiety. Why would you have any anxiety? You have veiny arms and you smell amazing and you dress nice. And on top of that, you have no debt. I mean, remember, you just declared for bankruptcy. Remember the advice I gave you? If you have too many credit cards, if you have too much debt, 20,000, 30,000, declare for bankruptcy, nigga. What are you waiting for? What, are you going to pay that off? Why? Are you retarded or what? Do you like living with anxiety or what? Do you like being a slave or what? When the game gets too hard, the game of life gets too hard, you say, restart. I don't like this. Restart. The game got too hard. I restart it. You know, back when I was a kid, I used to go to this daycare. It was the greatest daycare of all time. They had about 15 different gaming systems, a bunch of consoles. And there was this kid who had all the markings of a future homosexual. And every time we would play the game and he'd start losing, he would press the eject button on the PlayStation 2 and the disc would come flying out. Every single time without failure. He kept getting in trouble and he didn't care. As long as he saw that he was about to lose and the time was running out, he would eject the fucking disc out of the PlayStation 2. And of course, this would throw me into a rage. Because when I was losing, when I lost, I never ejected the disc. Boy, was I an idiot. Boy, did I know very little about life at the time. Meanwhile, this gay kid had it all figured out. He never took any losses. Life was all about winning when it came to him. So if you notice that you're drowning in anxiety because there's a lot of debt, $20,000, $30,000 in debt, just simply restart the game all over by pressing the eject button on the PlayStation 2 and the disc comes flying out. When it comes out, grab it and frisbee it across the room. It's called bankruptcy. Then you could go to TJ Maxx at 10 o'clock in the morning with zero anxiety because you have a nice physique, you smell good, and you're dressed decently, and you have zero debt because you declare for bankruptcy. And now you can approach the desperate women at the TJ Maxx and the Marshalls at 10 o'clock in the morning with no anxiety. You know, they're always going to have the anxiety. Why? Their fat husband with diabetes dick can't dick them down properly. That's one. Number two, they're drowning in credit card debt. They're not going to get rid of their credit cards because that's going to plummet down their credit score. They need to pay a mortgage. What, they're going to default on their mortgage as well? What about the car? They can't get rid of the car. They need their credit card to buy all this bullshit every morning. So they're stuck in this perpetual anxiety-ridden lifestyle of just spinning your wheels and going nowhere. They don't even know they have an out of this situation. And then they see you. They start to ask themselves, why isn't this guy at work like my fat, disgusting husband's at 10 o'clock in the morning? And you're wearing a tight shirt and you smell like Spice Bomb Extreme. Next thing you know, you're in the parking lot of a TJ Maxx or Marshalls having sex with this random woman in the backseat of your vehicle. How does that sound? Does that sound like, hey man, you better go out there, you better grind, you better rise and shine. Get 2 jobs and sell sneakers on the side as a hustle. Get a side hustle. You want to get rich? Get a side hustle. Get the fuck out of here with all that nonsense. We're here to live the lifestyle of a black guy who works out at the park all day and smokes a blunt in the morning, but somehow manages to dick down all the women. We'll let the grind and shine for their fat husbands who's dying with diabetes. We'll be at TJ Maxx at 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow drinking a smoothie after we got out of the gym. We'll walk in TJ Maxx with a massive pump after showering and dousing ourselves with Rasasi Hawass or Creed Aventus or what's the other one? Spice Bomb Extreme. We'll leave all the grinds and shine, nigga. Work hard. 3 hustle, 4 hustle. Working overtime so he can make payments on the Chevy Silverado. We'll let the guy, the fat husband with the diabetes dick, go work overtime, go have a side hustle, go do Uber Eats and go do DoorDash and sell sneakers. While we dog out his wife, while he's busy making all that money to pay off his Chevy Silverado.